So now we are going to start with the transit of Rahu and Ketu for all people who have ascendant or moon in Earth zodiac signs. The Earth zodiac signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So I already drew the chart here. You can see it. So this will be the transit video for Ascendant and Moon in Earth sign, Ascendant or Moon. So in Vedic astrology, I don't know whether you know, but when you're analyzing transit, you have to check it from the ascendant point and from the moon point. So you make the moon your ascendant, and then you combine the analysis and you see what is going to happen. Okay, so we're starting with Taurus. You can see here, I hope you can see. Yes, just a second. Okay, now you can see Rahu is transiting in the first house. Ketu is transiting in the 8th house. Rahu, what is first house? First house is background of life. This is your personality, this is your life, this is overall well-being, this is your fame, this is your goal, this is the summary of your whole life and the summary of your whole chart. First house is the most important house in your chart. This is the ascendant, and it determines your life. The situation in your ascendant will determine what kind of life you will have. So this is very important transit. When a planet is transiting the first house, it is always important. 7th house is, in this case, is Scorpio, of course, and Ketu will be transiting there. 7th house is the house of your marriage, the house of your spouse, any kind of partnership, business, fame, other people, masses. This is the 7th house. So this transit, the transits of Rahu and Ketu on the 1st and 7th house, or 4th and 10th house, are always more stressful transits. The good news here is that Rahu and Ketu are exalted, so you can, depending on your natal chart, you will be able to take most of this transit. Of course, Rahu in the 1st house in Taurus, this will bring, it is time for change, it is time for transformation. This will bring, if you want, of course, because this will give you opportunities to change your life, it will give you opportunities to enjoy life, it will give you opportunities to make your dreams come true, because Taurus is the sign of money, wealth, family, luxury. So, of course, making your dreams come true. And Rahu here is very happy, and it is time for change. For Taurus people, it is a little bit difficult to change because they are more fixed sign, and now you need to change. You need to follow the, what is the currency? Is this the English word? You you need just to relax and follow the events. So if you have Taurus ascendant or moon in Taurus, this is a time for a change. So new doors will open, new opportunities will open, you will start enjoying life, you will start changing your life. Maybe you will need that you see more foreigners will come to your life, and foreign cultures. You may go even abroad. When Rahu and Ketu was in my 1st and 7th house, I went abroad, because Rahu and Ketu really brings a lot of changes in this situation. Of course, you have to check the transit from the ascendant and the transit from the moon. Don't forget about that. Ketu in your 7th house, this may bring issues with the marriage, issues with the partnership. So if you are not born to be together with your spouse, probably you will separate, or there will be breakup. But of course, Ketu is exalted here, and it can bring healing of your relationship too. Depends on your natal chart. Okay. It is time, in this time you have to be more careful with the contracts, with the business relationship, but this is regarding business. Of course, Ketu here can bring someone from the past. If you are single, of course, someone from your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend can come back to your life, and you can become a couple together. A couple again. The other thing is a new person can appear who will be very karmic. Person from past lives maybe, but definitely Ketu in the 7th house can break up or bring really karmic person in your life. So this is the short analysis for all people who have Taurus ascendant or moon in Taurus. So the next sign is Virgo. So if you have Virgo ascendant or moon in Virgo, Rahu will be transiting your 9th house and Ketu will be transiting your 3rd house. 9th house is the house of the father, as guru, as teacher, house of religion, house of philosophy, ideology, belief system. 9th house is long distance traveling house. 9th house is the house of optimism and luck and higher education. 3rd house is the house of communication, the house of artistic abilities, the house of hands and doing things with your hands. 3rd house is the house of your siblings, your neighbors. 3rd house is the house where you put efforts, the house that you have to check if you want to have your own business. 3rd house is the house of the courage, fear, bravery, and your willpower. So here, for Virgo people, for people with ascendant or moon in Virgo, Rahu will be transiting your 9th house. So it's time to travel, it's time to go to different and distance places in foreign lands, because Rahu is foreigners. Rahu is foreign culture. So it's time to meet new cultures, to meet new religion, new belief systems, new ideology. If you want, you can study, because Rahu will help you here in the 9th house. It will give you more power and more enthusiasm, enjoying life, studying more, or enjoying life traveling. Rahu will you have to pay attention here to your father, because this is in the house of the father, and you have more enjoyable time with your father, which is a good thing. Ketu in the 3rd house will give you problems with your siblings, or problems or healing the relationship with your siblings or neighbors. You have to be very careful how you communicate, because be careful what you're posting in your social media, because 3rd house is communication, and this includes social media, TV, cinema. It includes all type of communication. So here Ketu can create issues with the communications, issue with the courage and bravery. You may feel fear in your heart, but don't worry, everything is fine. Everything that is happening is with a specific reason. It's time your soul to be healed. Ketu is exalted in Scorpio, so it will help healing your relationship, healing your communication, healing your soul and the wounds you have. So this is a time to be careful with the communication. It is time for a higher type of communication, because 9th house is the higher communication and 3rd house is the lower type of communication. No gossiping, no insulting other people, nothing. It is time to pay attention to your travelings. It is time to pay attention to your higher type of communication, which is 9th house. Okay, this is for Virgos. Hello guys. In the first shooting part, I forgot to shoot the video for Capricorn, Ascendant or Moon in Capricorn. So for all the people who have Capricorn Ascendant or Moon in Capricorn, Rahu and Ketu will be transiting. Can you see? Rahu will be in the 5th house, Ketu will be in the 11th house. What is 5th house? 5th house is the house of children, love and romance, sport, pleasure, This is the house of entertainment. This is the house, very artistic house, very religious house too. There, if you are interested in religious rituals or some kind of mantras, this is the house, the fifth house, and this is the house of politics too. So, children, love and romance, new investments, speculative business, gambling, new beginnings, I mean new investments, something that you create, something that you express yourself. And this is the house, the fifth house. And the 11th house, where Ketu will be transiting, this is the house of gains, income, influential friends, all the friend circles, all the professional circles. If you want to know whether you'll be rich, you have to check 11th house for sure, because this is the house of your income, of your gains, of your money, and whether and how you're going to make your dreams come true. This is the house. So for Capricorn ascendant or moon in Capricorn, Rahu will be transiting in the fifth house. This means that your attention and the accent, I mean, you pay attention to the children, you pay attention to love and romance. Maybe you will want to become a parent, maybe you will need to become a parent, maybe you will need to create something new, maybe you need love and romance. And this will be the period where you can find love and romance. You can become a parent in the next year and a half. You can become a parent for sure, because of course you have to check all the positions in the chart, but most importantly you will need to create something. And fifth house is the house of creation, art. You can create art, you can create children. Ketu will be passing in the 11th house, which means that maybe there will be some kind of issues with the income, issues with friends. You have to be careful what are you speaking, how you are treating your friend circles or professional circles, but for sure there will be some changes in your incomes. This is for sure. Ketu in the 11th house can create problems with elder siblings. Ketu in the 11th house can make you more spiritual, and I mean, can make you get to know people that are more spiritual. Or if you are if you're working in the field of psychology, occult, mysticism, astrology, you can earn a lot of money, because Ketu is the moksha Karka, it is the moksha planet, and it is a spiritual planet. It is the planet of occult, mysticism, and your 11th house is Scorpio, and Scorpio is the place where Ketu is exalted. So if you're in the field of occult, mysticism, astrology or psychology, this is the time where you can earn a lot of money. You can get a lot big incomes from this field, and of course you need to meet people that are the same as you, the same spirituality, the same people with the same beliefs and in a cult. So you can meet a lot of spiritual friends during this period. So this was the short analysis. If you have any questions, you can write me and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Basically, for Capricorn people, it is time for love and romance. It is time to change your income. It is time maybe to become parent. Okay? Thank you for watching the video.